Now, I'm not sure about you, but to me, Transport Fever 3 is my most anticipated game coming this year. However, they recently decided to partner up with Paradox Interactive and make them the new publishers. Yes, that's Paradox, leaving many fans of the franchise unhappy. But what is the partnership all about? What's the reason for this? Why are fans unhappy, and should you be worried? Well, in today's video, I thought I'd cover all of this to help just give you a clearer understanding about what it all means for the future of this game. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, I thought I'd start with why fans are excited about the third installment of this franchise. The Swiss studio Urban Games have quietly built one of the most beloved transport simulation franchises and haven't let us down so far. Transport Fever 2 received thousands of positive reviews on Steam, and even today, that game is still amazing. They are a studio that knows what they're doing. They don't mess around and have a reputation for producing quality content. Now, Transport Fever 3 was announced in May last year with a budget of over $25 million, the highest in the history of the series so far. It features over 275 models, 32 different industry types, a new underground construction mode, the entire technical foundation has been rebuilt, it's coming with a day and night mode, weather effects, a new extensive campaign, and a whole lot more. So it's safe to say that anyone who's a fan of transport management and sim titles is looking forward to this one. Plus, it's on track for a release this year for PC and console. So up until now, they've done their business without any hassle or problems. But that is until recently, when they announced a partnership with the very well-known publisher, Paradox Interactive. So that then leads me to the big announcement that has derailed some people's enthusiasm for the upcoming release. On the 6th of May, it was announced that Urban Game is entering in a partnership with Paradox Interactive. They went on to say that they've agreed on a shared vision for publishing, combining their strengths. They also mentioned that the partnership is about amplifying Transport Fever 3, not altering it. Now, this announcement left me a bit unsure about what to think or expect going forward, as Paradox is known for a rather exaggerated DLC strategy. What I mean by that is that it's become very noticeable that over the past decade or so that Paradox have become very excited with releasing expansions. But on the other hand, some of the games that they have helped publish are very good titles and very well respected in their communities. But yes, as you can imagine, this announcement has led to a few concerned responses from the community. I might be putting this lightly, saying that some fans were a little upset, with some even claiming that this could be the worst decision ever, or that it's the end of Transport Fever 3. Many people are claiming that they will unwishlist the game, they're not going to purchase it, and others state that this is a huge red flag. I guess they're just worried that the game will follow in the same footsteps of some of the other Paradox published titles. One fan even said that the worst thing about Paradox is the insistence of DLCs, which Transport Fever 2 was a huge breath of fresh air. I really hope they don't go down this path. You see, Paradox's track record when it comes to DLCs kind of sums it up for itself. We can easily just look at games like Crusader Kings, Stellaris, Universalis, and Hearts of Iron. And let's not forget about what happened to Cities Skylines 2. It's a sequel to one of the most loved city builders ever made, developed by Colossal Order and published by Paradox. The players were excited, pre-orders were strong, and on release, well, we all know how that went down. And instead of focusing exclusively on fixing the base game, Colossal Order and Paradox released the Beach Properties DLC, a paid expansion, while the base game was still in a broken state. Players were furious, the DLC was criticized as being too thin, lacking meaningful additions, and the community felt it was just being asked to pay for extras while the core product remained unfinished. And the backlash was intense enough that Paradox eventually issued a joint apology with Colossal Order. They admitted that the DLC, and I'm quoting their own statement here, should not have been published in its current form. They issued refunds and made it free for all players. However, the damage was done, and by 2024, the majority of community reviews on Steam for Cities Skylines 2 were negative. Paradox eventually split with Colossal Order entirely in November 2025, tasking Iceflake Studios to try and salvage it. So with all of that, you can kind of get a sense of why fans are not happy with this partnership. I'm still trying to remain optimistic because I'm hoping that it's just going to be mostly for the marketing side of things. As yes, the main sting here is that the Transport Fever franchise never came with any bloat. The series was a refuge for me, a safe haven to recover from the DLC burnout. But will it still be that same sanctuary post-partnership? Well, Urban Games have responded to this concern. According to the official clarifications from the Steam community page, the devs have said their interests in the community were uncompromisingly treated as their top priority and that the roadmap still remains unchanged. They also mentioned that there'll be no plans for a launcher, they won't be switching to Paradox mods, and that the post-release DLC plan and pricing are not going to be impacted by this partnership. That then begs the question, why go for the deal in the first place? There must be some benefits to this deal, otherwise Urban Games wouldn't have gone for it. First is that Paradox will be providing the necessary marketing, promotional, and distribution resources to help the series transition into a more hopeful mass market global success. Another big benefit here is that Urban Games will be retaining 100% of their IP rights, so really hoping nothing's going to change there. This will allow them to maintain creative control while using Paradox mainly just for publishing and support. And also, this deal also gives them access to Paradox's massive established fanbase, which shares a natural overlap with Transport Sim players. In the end though, this to me is still a very unexpected move, but I'm just going to wait and see how it pans out. I think Urban Games were perhaps like, wow, this game is way bigger than we first thought, and self-publishing might just be holding us back, especially because this is the first time that they're going to be handling a game of this size. So is this going to be the redemption for Paradox? Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're still going to be getting the game, let me know in the comments section below. And if you found this video helpful, please leave a like or maybe even subscribe to find more content. A big shout out goes to my channel members. You guys always mean so much to me. And other than that, it's Marco here from Easily Distracted Games, and as always, don't stop gaming.